Going live. You're live. Hello everyone. I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing Red Dead Redemption 1 on PC. Finally on PC after 13 years. Took them long enough. 13 years ago I was underage, so that should tell you something. I'm now 28, so yeah, here we are. How's it going, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, first thing to get out of the way, this is a port of Red Dead 2, of Red Dead 1. It's not a remaster, a remake, or anything. I'm guessing the thing that they changed probably is the draw distance of certain objects and the shadow resolution. We're playing this on Steam Deck as well. I have the game downloaded there. We're going to make a video right after this live stream ends. So you can tell it's not a remaster, it's just a port because it's less than 10 gigabytes. So GG, I like that. Then requires the Rockstar launcher, which will install automatically, but it's just, yeah, it's a 9.5 gigabyte game, but it has DLSS and all that. I'm guessing it's DX12 actually. And looking at the settings, I've seen mixed reactions. Before looking at the settings though, remember that, well, it's a $50 price tag. Make that as you will. I think it's too expensive right now. Requirements, people were complaining that it's higher requirements than Red Dead 2. Yeah, that's true, but I'm guessing without context on what this means, it's probably the recommended requirements. My guess is that it's 4K because, well, the PS5 runs it at 4K just fine, same with the other consoles, and it's on the freaking Nintendo Switch, so it should run on a potato. We'll see. I haven't launched the game yet. So let's go. Yeah, $50. Yeah, ridiculous. I know it's the hype. The hype is the reason why they can put it at $50. It never came out on PC. We could emulate it on Switch, on the PS3 emulator, all that. And you, as you can see, you can use the Rockstar launcher. You need the Rockstar launcher, but it goes on its own. I'm happy it's not an Epic exclusive like Red Dead 2 when it came out to PC. We're going to do 1050 at the end, don't worry. We have time today, so you'll be happy to see that. Okay, hang on, I gotta log into my Rockstar account. Give me one sec. Hopefully you remember a Rockstar Games password. Hopefully. They ask for a two-factor authentication. Okay, patience. We got this. Okay, I'm in. Alright, the game is launching. I forgot the FPS counter, so that's not good. I'm nervous. It's been a while since I've been waiting for this. Yeah, I'm guessing nobody's in a rush to play this game. But again, if you have, for example, okay, pre-compiling shaders, this is big. Thank you. Let's see, watch preset. Low, medium, high, ultra. Okay, let's put it on ultra already. I mean, old game. I'm happy that they compile shaders at the beginning. That's a good sign. DX12. Okay, I was expecting DX11, but that's alright. Yeah, and I accept all the terms. Okay, let's see what we got on the settings. Okay, complete mouse control. That's awesome. Frame rate cap. Okay, goes up to 144. Let's put it at 1080. This game has Lenovo. I have no idea. I haven't seen that in the Steam page, so probably not. Okay, video memory usage. All good options over here. VSync. Let's disable it. Triple buffering. Sure, why not? Graphics. Okay, it's an ultra. We got shadows. Shadow softness. This is contact targeting shadows. Okay, this is new. This wasn't in the original. Shadow blend off, smooth, dithert. Let's put it on smooth. Anisotropic filtering 16 times. Okay, there is FSR3, FXAA. FXAA is the original. FXAA looked super aliased, especially due to the stuff in the distance. But we can use FSR as native AA, so that would be awesome. And there's dynamic resolution as well. That's unexpected, actually. I don't know how to enable it though. It says to decide frame rate for dynamic resolution for consistent performance. Requires resolution scaling to be set on dynamic. Alright, this is unexpected. I wasn't expecting this. On the Switch, I know that there is a dynamic resolution thing, but that's great for quality of life. Okay, let's put an FSR3 native AA. So basically no aliasing. And I'm sorry that my head is doing that. Dynamic res up to 144. Good. Native AA FSR3. FSR2 they have on the PS5 with native AA. So that's good to see. Okay. So shadow quality, there's no draw distance option. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. Motion blur. No. There's also a sharpen insider. I mean, they have all those options. That's so cool. Okay, level of detail. This is what I think will affect performance the most. So yeah, pretty good options menu. I like the options that they give us. What else? Okay, all the rest, we have keyboard support, good. Key mapping. Okay. Gamepad, golden gun. Okay, the rest is the same as the original. Awesome. Okay. Normal, hardcore, on Undead Nightmare. Let's start with normal and see what resolution, what frame rate we get. It should be above 60 all the time. How much was the download? 9.5 gigabytes. Yeah, DLAA I think will be... Okay, it starts right away, wow. I guess I'm used to long loading screens in a game like this. But dude. Okay, we're in. 60 FPS, 1080p, maximum settings by the way. The draw distance is pretty large actually. Yeah, I can see way more grass into the distance. You might say, oh, I was expecting way more than that. Yeah, but they definitely boosted the shadow resolution. And we got very good draw distance. I played the original on basically every hardware that I ever owned. And this stuff wasn't rendering back then. The real test though is, what's the name of this? The real test is going to here. To this city, I forgot the name. But it's way better than what I initially looked when it comes to shadows. The rest is the same though. Yeah, no stutters. It has a shader pre-compilation pass. So we'll see. And with everything maxed out.
We don't need to draw undue attention. Come on. Whoa now.
I don't know how to. Whoa. Okay. Tap L. Oh, tap shift. Okay, this is going to trigger sticky keys. Yeah, I mean, compared to the 360 version, looks like night and day, obviously. But no, the draw, for real guys, the draw distance is ridiculously high now. Even I played this on PS5, Xbox Series S, I played it on One X as well. And the draw distance is completely different. I'm guessing that pushes the engine further. But I wasn't expecting. I was expecting a little bit more FPS. Yeah, it's too expensive right now. Can you please try mouse and keyboard controls? I'm playing with mouse and keyboard. Look, I'm aiming with a mouse.
What are you doing up at the part?
I'm looking for an old friend.
That's
Like
that's
I
the big
said,
thing about
you ain't
this.
gonna find
Also,
many
the UI
12-round
is
nose
very high
parts these
resolution
days.
as well.
Those you do find are about as sociable as
So they
most readers
really
back
did
you.
care, it seems.
I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it
we
doesn't
have
look
been
bad on
friends for a
Series X,
long
Series
time.
S, all those Xbox consoles. But what they don't have is the extra draw distance. Which you might say, it doesn't matter. Well, if you have a high resolution display and you're looking
I doubt
closely,
it. I ain't planning on
you can
staying
notice.
very long.
The Nubo,
well,
I
if
have
you're
no idea.
fixing
I don't
for
think
some
so.
female company, you can do a lot worse than armadillo. Fine as cream
Guess you have
gravy
remade
they
the
are.
game.
Not
Yeah,
like Steve
yeah,
Francis.
but I'll take a
Dang,
port
those
any
girls ain't
day.
even
I
fit
mean,
for a drinking man
a
to
native
hold up
port.
with.
I'm a
We
married
could emulate
man,
this
I'm
game,
afraid.
Ain't we
but if they
all?
decide to make a remaster, sell it as a separate game, and that's about it. Maybe a remake makes more sense, I'd say. But the first game by its own, the only thing that I'm sad
Oh,
it's
it was the
missing is
marshal
the
who hired
online
me.
mode.
Lee Johnson, do you know him?
Because it had a
think I
lot
heard his
of... You
name.
could play it
Says he got
solo.
a telegram from some Blackwater
when it comes
big
to
boat
the
asking
zombie
for a
mode.
guide. I guess it's none of my business.
Yeah.
That's right.
What CPU are you using? It's an i5-13500. But again, the game, it's an old game. It runs on a Nintendo Switch. And I'm dropping some
You
frames,
ain't very
guessing due
talkative,
to
are
the...
you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing
The
the
grass
dog,
draw
mister.
distance.
How I am.
Let's do that very quickly. Let me see if I can make it run a bit better. Yeah, here especially. Oh, okay. Higher settings enable grass shadows. I'm not sure if that was in the original, actually. Let's put it at 60%. Okay, 3 level of detail, we keep it. Okay, this is not only the level of detail, I see. But it has a good amount of tweakability. Usually the grass and the tree draw distance is what matters. Let's see, 58 FPS, we changed that. Okay, we get to 60. Okay, it's barely an improvement. Let me lower all these for now, just to see if anything changes. Okay, we get a 10 FPS boost by lowering all these. I'm guessing the terrain level of detail is what matters. But I mean, we're playing on a 1650 at the moment. On 1080p, without upscaling. Maybe the tree level of detail? Okay, the tree level of detail is what matters. Adjust the range that higher detailed trees appear. Okay. Let's put it at 50%. 50% trees. Just to get that extra couple FPS. Although what matters to me is the city right now.
I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if it's Rockstar DRM, it's probably going to be day one.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those
On the
coyotes
high
eat
seas.
better than I do. Not
Big
far
improvement in
now.
ultra versus
You'll see
high.
the port when you get to the...
Okay, before I continue, I forgot to check the shadow quality if it makes a difference. This has to be the biggest difference. If I put the shadow quality on medium, we go to from 64, okay, to 93. Okay. So shadows on ultra, maybe it's a little bit too much. Yeah, dude. Don't put shadows on ultra. What am I doing with my life? Keep the trees at 100%. Okay. I'm from Uruguay. That was close though. Okay, the shadow quality, lower it to high right away. Max settings, high shadows. I don't know what ultra shadows does right now. Probably the resolution of the shadows.
top of this hill.
We're going to do a comparison. Yeah, no, the performance improvement from
Listen, mister.
ultra to
This
high
here's
shadows.
what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang.
Same DRM.
Yeah.
Dude, by using a mouse on this, I've been waiting for this for so long to have mouse and keyboard support. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's take a quick look at the shadows. Okay, one thing that I'm noticing right off the bat, I've been playing again all the versions of the game. The shadows in the distance, usually here under these roofs, usually had very obvious aliasing. Not aliasing. I mean, the draw distance was pretty poor. At this distance, it used to not load those shadows. Okay, very quickly. Let me see if I can climb this. Okay, GG John. So as I was saying, usually at this distance, those shadows didn't load back then. I mean, they did load, but a super low resolution. But John's shadow, yeah, it's fine. What happens if I put them on ultra apart from the performance impact? Okay. Yeah, I'm noticing a higher resolution shadow, but that's about it. Isn't this game a bit more demanding for a 2010 game? Remember that it's a 2010 game, but it has better shadows, it has more modern technology baked into it, and way more draw distance. I'm guessing the old engine plus big draw distance, it would actually makes it harder. But the shadow resolution is much higher than before. So it's not only a 2010 game, it has that improvement in those effects. Yeah, but there's no reason to go for ultra shadows, I would say. Just put it on high shadows. I mean, it's smooth as butter. What I was scared about was that it's a DX12 game, and I was expecting stutters, but the game does a shader compilation pass, so...
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time
I want to get
started
through
paying
this
back
part
that
first,
$15.
and then we'll see.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled
But
up
as you
over
can see, even if you have a lower-end card, being an older game... Very good. There's even dynamic resolution. I don't get why you would use that.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good for nothing
FSR3
outlaws
quality
such
and
as
some
yourself.
sharpening. Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
happy enough with
guys,
my...
I'm not using upscaling. This is native. Native AA. If I'm using upscaling on quality for some reason, I jump from 84 FPS to
Current
117.
quarters right now, Miss
It
McFarlane.
looks, yeah, it looks softer though.
Come on.
Yeah,
time for you to
definitely.
see
I
what a
wouldn't
real
use
ranch
upscaling if
looks
you
like.
can go native. So no reason right now, at least in my opinion, to use upscaling unless you are limited by something.
Easy now.
Yeah, no. It's so much better with native AA, obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe dynamic resolution will be useful for Steam Deck. I mean, the Steam Deck, I'm pretty sure for 90 FPS it will be necessary. But if you're targeting 60, it should be a piece of cake for the Steam Deck.
To your right is the general
Also, I'm not
store.
sure if
You
this
won't
was
find Parisian
like
high
in the
fashion,
previous
but
game,
it's
but
good
the
for essentials.
FOB
Very
is
convenient. I
wider,
don't think I've
I
ever
think.
seen a ranch with its own store before.
So yeah, I heard multiple people saying, "Oh man, it will be like
And here's the
GTA
corral.
Trilogy, the
This one's
definitive
for the
edition."
horses.
No, this is
What do
just
you
a
think?
port.
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I'm gonna try
I suspect
TAA.
you've stolen more horses
Uh,
than you've broken.
Now,
I think
where'd
there
you
is
get
FXAA.
such an
Not sure if
idea?
there is a
First
TAA option actually. I think instead of TAA they put the upscaler. Okay, there is no anti-aliasing, FXAA, FSR3, and probably DLSS. So if you like those raw pixels,
Impressions are hard to erase.
you can do it as well. If you don't like TAA, the option is there as well. So if you want it to look nice and sharp with aliasing,
That's the train station.
there you
Things
go.
sure have changed since the last
think it's time to zoom in, start pixel peeping. I'm using the latest drivers, yeah. So, as you can see, without anti-aliasing, it looks something like this into the distance. The original had FXAA. So this is what no AA looks like. So if you don't like TAA or anything like that, you can turn it off. But let's use FSR3 native. As you can see, FSR3 native. Again, I'm doing like 500% zoom. On 1080p, on a 1080p image. So yeah, if you don't like TAA, you can turn it off. Yeah, it's way smoother than emulating, and we're native. It's a native PC version. So you got proper mouse and keyboard support. And there's a good amount of options. I was surprised to even see dynamic resolution. Many new games that have dynamic resolution on consoles, basically all of them, don't have dynamic resolution on PC, and this is a dynamic. It has dynamic resolution. What the hell? PLAA on an RTX card, sure. But I want to get a little bit ahead so I can go to one of the towns.
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered and Dragon Age Valgar will be
Mr.
next ones. Yeah, definitely.
Hello there.
Can I get 60s in native resolution? Yeah, this is native. Native with FSR3 used as anti-aliasing.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston? We'd best get moving. This is a dangerous...
Oops.
Have a night.
Sorry, Bonnie. Let's do 1440p. 1080p is a cakewalk for this card. Unless you go for the highest shadows, that I don't think makes a lot of sense. I've been looking at that. I've been looking at the graphics on the highest versus this, and it's barely an improvement. Higher shadow resolution. Also, we have soft contact hardening shadows, and how the shadows are being rendered. But other than that, we also have much better draw distance. But that's about it. It's just support. Now we're at 1440p, max, native AA, high shadows instead of ultra because it's a big performance thing. Steady voice. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe.
Right, follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious.
Do I have to use FSR? I mean, you can use it for upscaler or for anti-aliasing. As anti-aliasing, it gets rid of all
Thank you,
the
Mr. Marston.
hard
I feel a lot
edges
happier
of
someone's
stuff into the
along with me.
distance. Alternatively, you can use no anti-aliasing
Well,
and
with your
no or
trigger itch
FXAA.
and my feminine
which was what
intuition,
originally
we should
was
make
there.
quite a team.
Do you think Steam Deck will run it well? Definitely, yeah. I'm pretty sure it will. 4K 30 on this card? Yeah, it should be easy.
Look, those damn rabbits are at the crops
But I want to
again.
try
Get
shooting
down and
with
give me a hand, will you?
a mouse.
Get your rifle out. About time these little something up there made it.
Oh yeah.
Shot.
It's night and day shooting with a mouse and keyboard. I'm an aimbot in this game with mouse and
Them
keyboard.
rabbits didn't stand a chance.
FSR frame gen in this? I don't think there is frame gen. That's a good question. I haven't seen it.
Let's get going. We've still got plenty of ground to cover.
But dude, I'm an aimbot on this one with mouse and keyboard. Yeah, it's running well.
If it's not
We're
the
at
rustlers
1440p
stealing our
right
cattle,
now.
it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city, become a lady of leisure.
Yeah, the CJ mod, the mods will be insane.
We can't afford to lose any more livestock. Kill them, Mr. Marston. Quick, they're going after the chickens.
The coyotes. Let's try Deadeye. I don't think I need Deadeye anymore. For a controller, Deadeye was very necessary for me, but Yeah, I mean, if I want to do headshots right away, but it's ridiculously better to aim with a mouse. Also, by the way, if you haven't noticed, lamps also cast shadows. This was in the original as well.
Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to
So yeah.
chicken.
Yeah, this is going to sell well because it's Red Dead, although I think $50 is too much.
I'll take you back to your room.
It includes the long story Undead Nightmare, which finally, I'm not sure why they didn't add Undead Nightmare to a Red Dead Redemption 2
you can
version
actually
of that.
handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill
Yeah, I mean,
Williamson
Rockstar
did
says,
get
oh yeah,
lucky
we
after
recommend a
all.
Luck
2070.
didn't really come
And
into
that's
it,
because that's probably
You're a
4K
useful man
60.
to have around the ranch,
That's what I was
for
saying
sure.
when they announced the requirements. People were complaining. It's just support,
I
and
sure
probably the
appreciate that,
highest
Miss
of the
McFarlane.
highest is just for 4K. So if you have anything about 2070, you'll be at 4K easy. Just as a reference, let's put it at 4K. Oh, I don't think this thing. I don't remember if I did it correctly. Yeah, Undead Nightmare for me makes it worth it. Okay, I'm low on VRAM. That's okay. Oh, okay. It just tells me it doesn't crash the game. Excellent. Okay, so the game told me, hey, you have low VRAM. Do you want to continue? Yeah, sure, man. Go ahead, keep playing the game, but you're low on VRAM. Gotcha. Thanks for the heads up, game. Let me restart the capture card super quick. Okay, 4K now. Max settings in native AA. And I only lowered the shadows to high because performance. And you can play 4K 30 as well. Looks super sharp. Stupidly sharp. Although the lamps disappeared, I'm guessing this is low VRAM. Yeah, definitely the low VRAM doesn't help.
Here we are.
Okay. Unfortunately, there is no texture option. So I'm guessing maybe with upscaling we can, sorry, with the shadows on medium, we can make it a little bit better. So mid shadows. Usually shadow maps also increase the VRAM requirements quite a bit.
Let's go.
So we're low on VRAM, but we're at 4K. So it's kinda, it's ridiculous in that way. I really do like that they actually increase the resolution of the UI as well. The UI now is razor sharp. But if you're playing at 4K, make sure to have at least 6 GB of VRAM, otherwise textures won't load properly. And things, I mean, the bed disappears. But that, all things considered, is a way better port than I was anticipating. Okay, I saved my progress. Let's swap GPUs. Let's go back to 1080 just for the next card. On PS4 the UI was 720. Really? That freaking sucks. What the hell? No, here the UI is razor sharp. I have no complaints on the UI. Okay, since it's such an easy game to run so far, what I'm going to do is the 1050 Ti now. The 1050 Ti should be completely capable. We're doing it super quick to get it out of the way. Is it worth the money? I don't know. I mean, the port so far seems to be pretty good. A good amount of options, all that stuff. It's okay. And it includes Undead Nightmare, but it's $50. So that's all up to you. Let me check if it has the Nuvo. I don't think it does. I don't see anything suggesting the Nuvo. Let me see the executables. Okay, the launcher is not like over 100 megabytes, so I'm guessing it's only the Rockstar DRM. And yeah, you have to use the Rockstar launcher in the middle, but it hasn't bothered us so far. So yeah, Let's swap GPUs now, very quickly, the 1050 Ti, because it runs way better than I anticipated. Yeah, apparently no de nouveau. Alright, I wish GTA 4 collection got this much love. I mean, if they are working on a port for another port for GTA 4, I wouldn't be mad. Did he run the game on 2060? Not yet, but at 2060 it will be easily 1440p, even 4K. Again, it's not a hard game to run at all. Then what the 2070 recommended for 4K, because remember guys, this game also released on PS4 and the PS5 version is 4K 60. I think it's upscaled from 1440p actually on PS5. So the baseline quote unquote nowadays is basically 4K for them, or 1440p. The thing is they didn't put what the requirements were the equivalent for. Because if you put, I don't know, the requirements and you say, oh, this is for 720, like in Monster Hunter Wilds, that it says, oh yeah, these requirements are for 720p 30, and it's like, what? I'm guessing, yeah, estimated 4K on PS5. Well, oh, by the way, Electric Pichu, sorry I missed that you were an awesome supporter for such a long time. Thank you so much, man, for all the support. I appreciate that. And oh great, my camera decided to not do its job for 5 seconds. Oh, hang on. There we go. I freaking hate Nvidia sometimes. Well, sometimes. That's an understatement. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So, back to Red Dead, but on the 1050 Ti, very quickly. It's such an easy game to run that I'm going to use an older card. This is actually the minimum requirement GPU, because the 960 is basically like a 1050 Ti's performance. Wow, there's 1,000 people watching, what the hell, I wasn't looking. Thank you guys. If you like this video and my content, please consider liking the video. I'm not asking for a subscription, but if you so desire to see more content like this, and also the Steam Deck, I'll be here. And let's put high shadows instead of ultra. Now we get in Steam Deck right after this live stream. I guess it doesn't matter, does 1050 even have newer drivers? Yes, it still does receive newer drivers. Recompiling shaders, okay, that's good. What's your record views on a live? 6,000. It was on Cyberpunk's 2077 release date. Okay, it remembered my settings, no motion blur, thank you. Let's continue. I can buy some in my region, don't worry, man. Just watching already helps. And liking helps even more. It tells YouTube, dude, this video is doing something. Okay. Whoops. Alright. Okay. I'm noticing probably here we're dropping frames because more shadow casting lights at night. Let me see if this casts shadows. It does. Ooh. But I'm seeing some pop in sometimes. Although some things I think are legacy like the animations, I'm noticing if they are at a certain distance, the animation quality drops.
All right, I'll show you how we ride around these parts.
Your game keeps crashing if I enable MSI Afterburner. Try enabling that while the game is running instead. Be horrible at this race.
On the count of 3. 3, 2,
Oh man,
1,
I'm in trouble.
go! I trust you're not gonna be a gentleman about this!
You don't know me at all, Miss McFarland.
There's Bonnie around the back. I did this mission so many times.
Follow me!
At a different time of day though.
Come on.
Usually I play this mission at daytime.
Are you saving the best for last?
Online mode, unfortunately not. That's the biggest
like me to
loss
slow
I'd
down?
say over the console version from, well, the console
Should
version.
I wait for you to catch
On
up?
Switch and PS4 it doesn't have online. And what I liked about the online was the
I
zombie
think
mode.
you chose the wrong horse,
Zombie modes
Mr.
online with the
McFarland.
survival thing. That was awesome. I'm very sad by that fact.
I bet you're starting to regret
You
your
want to
brave
read what
words, Mr.
settings? These are
McFarland.
the settings.
You're
Oh,
lucky I'm
sorry,
being
sorry.
a gentleman.
I forgot about that.
Come on.
Thanks for the heads up, by the way.
This is gonna be close!
This
This
is
is how it's
basically
done.
the highest settings with high shadows. That's about it.
How you doing back there? Yeah.
By the way, guys, is the audio fine when it comes to the game volume? And those drops are because of the smoke. Oops,
Come on.
got stuck in the rain. But it's $50, so keep that in mind. Oh, come on! It's still the same game as before, with better shadows,
Let's
better
go.
edge treatment, to say it in some way. Better anti-aliasing, better draw distance, better shadows, and it has mouse and keyboard
Why
support,
don't I
obviously.
lead the way?
But it's $50. Personally,
Come on.
if I waited 14 years to have this on PC, I can skip the... I can wait a little bit longer for a price drop or something. Oh, that wasn't
Come on.
the end. So this is 80p max.
Oh, there! That was fun.
Yeah, the game is more expensive than the GPU
You know,
that I'm using.
you should go
Exactly. Luckily, it's a 2010 game with a 2024 price. No, actually, it's a 2010 game with 2010 price, in a way. Because if it was 2024 price, it would be $70. Don't give them ideas, please. Let's try and get 60s. I would probably use upscaling for this. It's easier than just lowering stuff. The game is already pretty old. Or dynamic res, maybe. Because quality looks a bit soft. But we have a... Yeah. Maybe we can even put shadows on ultra. No, never mind. Don't put shadows on ultra. Additional sharpening, yes, you need that. Okay. 1080p max, blah, blah, blah. Quality FSR 3. And you can tweak the sharpening as well, which is good. It looks still a bit soft with the upscaling, but that makes sense. It's a lower resolution. Hang on. I forgot something. Let me try Dither shadows. Okay, we get 5 FPS more. Without shadow blending, it's the same. What happens if I disable the soft hardening shadows? Okay, 70. Okay, with the contact hardening shadows, you actually get 5 FPS less than high. And medium, yeah, medium and low, I don't think it's worth that. High shadows and softness. We can actually live without upscaling, I think. What happens if I put medium shadows? Okay, there's an additional boost. Medium shadows, high softness. And the draw distance stuff, I'll keep it the same. Maybe the tree level of detail, you lower it a little bit to get a couple extra frames, but I think the draw distance is the biggest feature so far. So we're on native AA once again. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the upscaling, at least on 1080p, ignore it.
Oh, Mr. Marston, how are you?
Good, Miss McFarlane.
Hop on up,
You still
Mr.
have the
Marston.
750 Ti. A family member has it now. I borrowed it to them. They use it. They don't even use it for gaming. But that's okay.
You're looking much better.
But if I need it, I
considering
can
you were
ask-
almost buzzard
ask
food a
it.
couple days ago.
I have you to thank for that, miss.
So do tell me, have you needlessly risked your life since we last spoke?
No, miss, I have not.
Well, that's a relief. Perhaps there's hope for you yet.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Oh, there's
We're
always
playing
hope,
Black
Mr.
Ops 6 in
Marston.
pain.
You can't be a
1080p.
ranger in this kind of
1050
country if
Ti
you
with
don't
high
believe
settings,
that.
25 FPS.
Admirable
I
attitude,
suppose.
miss.
I suppose so.
But if you enjoy
I
it,
can't think of any other way to stay sane, to be frank. What about
multiplayer
you?
was cut.
Have
Yeah.
you ever given up hope altogether?
that's the
I
biggest
haven't really entered
bad part.
into
The
it.
multiplayer was
It's
a
not
lot of
really
fun.
something I think about.
I played it on
Peculiar
PlayStation
outlook.
3.
I can't really
Although on
say
the
I
Xbox, if you have an
understand you.
Xbox
I can't
console,
always say I do
you
either.
can actually play the
Don't be so
multiplayer.
deliberately enigmatic.
I'm not, miss.
Yes, you are. You are being deliberately obscure as a substitute for
Is
having
the
a
LDSR
personality.
worth
I
it in this
just
game?
know there are two
Sure.
theories to arguing with
That's
women.
way better than DLAA.
Neither
You can
one
actually
works.
mix that
I'm
with
not even going to
DLAA.
dignify that gibberish with
Have an
a
RTX.
response.
So yeah, I mean the game is more expensive than the card. And thank you so much to thank Matt.
I think it's kind of funny I found you dying
Dark
on the
Master
side of the road and now
for the
you're
6
driving me into town.
MYR donation. Thank you so much. He says
Well, you must
i5
admit,
10500H,
it's an unusual
3066
start to a
gigs,
friendship.
laptop,
I
a
didn't realize
G4K
we were
60.
friends,
Yeah,
Mr.
probably.
McFarlane.
If it
Oh,
doesn't,
please.
put shadows
Now
on
it's being
medium,
funny.
doing the
Listen,
softness.
I know that business with Williamson is
Or
your
use
business,
quality
but I don't know.
upscaling.
You've been good to us, and I don't think you're a
But
bad
4K
man.
as a
little
base,
stupid,
yeah, it should be
perhaps,
fine.
but not rotten.
60 hours of
I just
VRAM,
worry
I would
about
say,
you
is
gallivanting
the
around
absolute
these parts
minimum
like you're
for
some kind of
4K
deranged bounty hunter.
without
Like
the
Paul always says,
assets
don't go waking
disappearing.
snakes.
I appreciate your concern for us lesser mortals.
Yeah, the
Mr.
draw distance
McFarlane.
is significantly
I really
better.
do.
Just, I
And
mean,
if
there we
was
gotta
any
pop
other
in.
way out, I'd take it. I can assure you of
But
that.
this was way closer on the previous versions. The previous versions, like the city start, popped up here, the draw distance, and it's more obvious due to the higher resolution. So while it's not with popping removed, obviously, it's way ahead of what it used to be.
So this is our...
The audio is loud. Okay. I lowered it a little bit. So I'm speedrunning this part to have free will in the game.
Hey, partner.
I got to stop
Hey,
with
partner.
them electric belts.
Appreciate
You
it.
need to lose weight. Hello there.
Do you have a 750 Ti to test it on? At the moment, no, but I might ask it from my family
Well,
member that I
Thanks
borrowed
for
it to.
driving me. It was nice to be able
We'll
to...
see. Yeah, in the Xbox service store, yeah, I'm not surprised if it's $2 there, the original at least.
Now you know I don't listen to that jibber jabber.
Hold up, before continuing,
Bye now.
let me save my progress. I don't know how much money I have. But I should be able to rent this place. You can see all the specs in the description. But when it comes to CPU usage, the game doesn't really... Oh, this is to purchase it, not to rent it. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay, let me check when was my last save. 12, 11... Oh, 1 minute ago. Okay. So that's the game on the 1050 Ti. You can do 1080p, medium shadows and high shadow softness, and you should be at 60 with native AA. Then draw distance, you can max it out. That's okay. So this is the minimum requirement GPU, to say it in some way. So the recommended is for 4K 60, without a doubt. Yeah, the CPU is an i5-13500, but again, in this game it doesn't matter. It's fully GPU bound. Let's do the 3050 now. Alright, it's in. Yeah, I mean, 14 years late, but I'm happy that it's here. And that it's not a half-assed PC port. No, el Steam Deck viene después de esto. Alright guys, I'll do the Steam Deck after this live stream. I was going to do a separate video in a few hours, but I think doing a live stream for that makes more sense. ¿Cuál toca ahora? 3050. Yeah, guys, 3050 right now. We're going to do, right after this live stream, another live stream, but checking it out on Steam Deck. It's a 10GB game, it should fit on an SD card. I mean, if you have a 64GB Steam Deck, you should be able to install it there, no problem. What if it was like GTA 4 port on PC? Well, I'm glad it took them longer than the GTA 4 port. Because if it was a GTA 4 situation, dude, I'm happy it's in a good state. Let's leave it at that. Let's put DLAA. And yeah, we're doing Ultra HD, no problem. Red Dead 1. Yeah, 4060 is coming after the 3060. Don't worry, I won't take long. Yeah, no, $50 is a stupid amount for this game, but I'm happy to report that it seems to be a good port at the moment. It runs like butter, and it has a shader pre-compilation pass. It's weird to see such an old game on the X12 though. That's kinda surprising. But understandable, if they are targeting newer consoles. As for PC ports, this is probably going to happen very quickly, I'm guessing. If it's the same engine as... I mean, it's the same engine as the GTA games. It's probably very quickly going to get mods. Let's go to the highest settings. So 1080p, Ultra, we remove motion blur, and we have DLAA or dynamic resolution or upscaling. No upscaling, just the absolute highest settings. Yeah, that's good enough. DLAA for no aliasing. I never seen this game with DLAA, so this is going to be nice. Pretty sure. Does Steam Deck playable? Probably. But again, we have OpenIV. OpenIV should work with this just fine. Okay, smooth as butter. You can feel the butter. What GPU now? This one. Okay, guys, I don't know about you, but I think this is completely fine. I mean, even if you look into the distance into that mail with DLAA, this is 1080p, by the way. I think 1080p is a bit overkill, unless you want 144. If you want 144, it's super simple. Just go to the options, see shadow quality, put it on high. There you go. You maxed out the FPS cap on the game. I think we're actually CPU limited now.
Hello there.
Yeah, we're CPU limited, look. So 1080p, we are GPU bound if we're targeting 100, which it's okay, I guess. Okay, 1440p max. This looks way sharper, I'm pretty sure. High shadows. Although you can go for ultra shadows. I'm just doing high shadows to surprise you guys and see the 100 FPS mark. Yeah, 100 FPS like this. So we have room to spare to do ultra shadows. Sure, why not? Yeah, we're still at 90. The shadow resolution seems to be higher on ultra.
Climb right up.
Let me check what missions. Okay. I don't want another Bonnie mission, I'm good.
No problem.
Resolution scaling don't work, and they don't have MSAA. No, I disagree. You're gonna utilize stage code travel unless you have enough money. Oh, I don't have enough money. Well, you know what, guys? 1440p on this card is fine. Let me do some chaos. Okay, when is he going to start? It's so easy to aim now with mouse and keyboard.
Don't mess with me.
Is ELA worth it? Yeah, definitely. It treats the edges pretty damn well.
Better come quick, Sheriff. God damn it.
How much does a 3050 cost? I mean, more than it should. Usually the best value I would say is a 3060 12 gigs.
You can still run away.
The rifle.
What have we got?
Okay, I now have money. Oops. Oh, also can take cover. I forgot that this game has a cover system. You have an unpaid bounty. Yeah, fine, whatever. Somebody knows if it runs properly on 1050 Ti. Yeah, rewind the stream 10 minutes, you'll find it. It runs fine on 1080p, 60 FPS with a few small adjustments. 4090 test at 8K. It will be fun. What price do you say is fair for this game? 30. 50. I was expecting $30 actually. $30 as a new release, I think is good enough. That would be my opinion. Also, one thing that I miss about games like these is actual real damage to 3D models. I think they removed... Yeah, I shot him in the head. They removed the... Oh no, never mind, they didn't remove it. So it has entrance hole and exit hole. That's one thing that new games are lacking. Entrance holes for bullets and exit holes. Can you do the fire thing? What fire thing? In this? It's okay. It's funny, I destroyed the town, but I can go to sleep in the same town. It would be fun to do Red Dead on a 4090 just to see 8K DLAA. I'm going to do that, definitely. You guys made me want to do it. Anyway, I think now I have enough money to actually travel to Armadillo. Because it's all fine with traversal, but it's a little bit too far away. Oh yeah, 4K, of course. My bad. Oops. Wrong refresh rate. Yeah, the Rogue Ally won't have any problems with this. $16K once again. Frames win games. What a classic marketing stuff. Let me check if my monitor is actually doing 4K. Yes, it is. Good. So 4K max. And thank you so much, Desperado 191 Desperado. My bad. For the $5 donation. He says it's hard to tell on my phone. Visuals are improved. Salud. Well, thanks first of all for the generous donation. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And the improvements that I'm noticing is on the edge treatment and on the draw distance. So shadow draw distance and all the geometry draw distance is way better. But that's about it. Also, if you want good frames, shadows on Ultra I don't think are worth keeping unless you have lots of room. High shadows should be good enough. So we're on native resolution with DLAA at 4K. Yeah. Okay. It's fine. Let me restart the capture card because it's running at 30 on my capture card. Okay, the guy that should have taken me... The stagecoach is not there. Oops. Excuse me, sir. I'm here to pay my $560 bounty. Yeah, no. I'm good. I forgot the key to call the horse. Oh, also you can change your... Okay. How much punch people on Red Dead 1? How do you punch people? That's a good question. I think you just get close to them like this and hit the button, being like right next to them, and you hit them. But you can also equip a fist. There you go. Does this have resolution scaling? Yeah, it even has dynamic resolution. And it has upscaling as well. But 4K DLAA... Wonderful. Yeah, there's no reason, at least on this card, not to do 4K. Even if you have a 1080p screen, just 4K the hell out of it. You're good to go. Of course, they're looking for me.
Come on, come on!
They show us during night? Sure. Let me die first.
Steady, girl. Whoa! You ain't fooling me, boy. Damn! Too close! Try getting up with that!
Yeah, sure. Kill me, please. Thank you. 4090, 16K. That's a little bit much, but sure, why not? How is DLAA versus native AA? 6 counts of murder. That's hilarious. This never happened to me in the game, actually. Yeah, DLDSR will look amazing. Yeah, DLAA looks great on a 1080p screen, but if you use DLAA downsampled from 4K to 1080p, I mean, you could probably even see individual leaves on trees. For real, this is the first time in this game that I get arrested. I'm doing fine, King Afirdi. What about you, sir? Lost scale in FSR3? Sure, use it if you like to. Personally, not a fan. You can even use dynamic res. Sharp. Okay, do I get the money? No, of course, $0. You can sell them stuff.
Sure. I don't mind a little
But I have nothing.
Not so fast, partner.
Let's do the 3060 now. I tried to do nighttime, but how many times do I have to go to sleep for it to do nighttime? It's... Sorry, it's the afternoon. Oh, I wanted to use a poncho. Oh well. How would this fare on the legendary RX 580? Should be completely fine. It's probably going to be a 1440p card for this game. Okay, at nighttime seems to be a bit more demanding indoors because of the shadow casting lights, I'm guessing. This casts shadows, this casts shadows as well. Although they're pretty low res. Let me see if ultra shadows... Oh, never mind, they adjusted themselves. This is usually what dropped my frames on the PlayStation 3. Yeah, this drops it into the mid-50s, no big deal. Map isn't that big if you're in a horse? Yeah, that's true. No, I'm not killing the dog. So if I want to do 4K on this card, an alternative, apart from using upscaling, would be to go to dynamic res 60. Let's see if we can do 120 with dynamic res. DRS minimum render scale. Okay, this doesn't say the percentage, so I don't know what this means. So we have dynamic res. I'm guessing this is 90% because this minimum render scale doesn't say how much the resolution would be affected. And why would I use it like this on this card? Well, in those parts where you drop frames into the 50s because fire and indoor stuff, the game will adjust the resolution, in theory. Yeah, now it doesn't drop below 60. And it still looks sharp. It's using DLSS as the dynamic resolution agent, to say it in some way. Can I check frame gen? Sure. I don't think there is frame gen though. Oh yeah, there is frame gen. What the hell? I didn't notice that. I don't see frame gen for FSR3 though. Seems to be DLSS only and for 40 series cards. Yeah, there's no frame gen, FSR3 frame gen. Only the stupid NVIDIA lock to 4000 series option. That's freaking stupid. But hey, who am I to talk about bad decisions from NVIDIA and Rockstar? Anyway, let's do the 3060 now. I don't know what that is, Faham. But I think it's time, yeah, it's time to do that. FSR3 and not FSR 3.1. I mean, it still looks good enough, in my opinion. At least on this one. Let's go to the highest settings and swap GPUs. Also, are the cheats? Okay, the cheats are here. Change weather, Beastmaster. I thought I had to enter the cheat. Okay, it's fun to have this. Cool. Of course, this will disable trophies. Okay. But it's nice to have that, I guess. Didn't thought about AMD frame gen. Apparently not. 3060. They included. Why they included them? I don't know. But if you looked on the internet, you could type a cheat and it showed up. So whatever. Okay, there we go. But talking about cheats, yeah, I mean, also the cheats where once you type them in the menu, you had them in the menu itself, like in GTA 4 when you open your phone. But they were pretty creative names. I think the one for more guns was like, okay, I'm American, I need guns, or something like that. What model is a 3060? 12 gigabytes, yeah. You can see the details in the description. By the way, rest in pepperoni CVGA GPUs. Man, such a high quality card. Love the gem on the PC. Yeah, it's a 3D printed thing that a friend gave to me. And it reminded me of that enemy in Dark Souls 1 when you are going to fight the Hydras, that they are like around that place. It reminded me of that enemy, the Crystal Golem, I think they're called. So I was like, that should be inside my PC. No freaking way, that's not. If this had online multiplayer, wouldn't even think about buying it. Yeah, same. I mean, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would have waited for a sale for this one. Because $50, it's a port, it has nice options, has nice UI. I give it to them. The port seems to be pretty damn good so far. Better draw distance, better shadow rendering, lots of upscaling options. But at the same time, the multiplayer being missing, it's not only PvP stuff. There was a lot of PvE stuff as well, especially in the zombie mode. In the zombie mode, there was a survival mode that was super difficult when you got like to the 3rd round. And also the game seems to be capped at 144, so keep that in mind. This is 1080p by the way, and this is a 3060. Okay, 1080p max and DLAA. If you haven't noticed, maybe you have, we're not fully utilizing the GPU. Yeah, I mean, it's at 66%. So we're CPU limited here. It's not using all the cores though. Is it TI? No, but on the TI you have even less GPU usage.
Stay close to Charlie.
I'm not doing this mission. Frick that. Oh well, I guess I have to. Stop all criminals you encounter. happily. I've only played this game at 30 FPS, so I'm excited. I mean, if you played like me, my first exposure to this game was on PlayStation 3 a few years after it came out because I didn't own a PS3. I bought the Game of the Year edition. That was basically the same content as you have here, but without the better shadows and draw distance. And when you got to certain places, it dropped into the 20s. And it was like 768p or something like that. So it didn't even hit consistent 30s on PlayStation 3. It had, although on the 360, it was way better when it comes to performance. It was like solid 30s, maybe sometimes it dropped, but it had 4 times MSAA on the 360. Xbox 360. I'm using an i5-13500. If you have a Ryzen 3D CPU, you're probably going to get more consistent frame rate. Let's do 1440p right away. 1080p is a complete waste on this GPU. So 1440p, highest settings with DLAA. So there's no drops in settings, everything is on the highest. I just disabled motion blur because personal preference. Stupidly sharp now. Although what I noticed is that the draw distance of lights at night is pretty low, but who knows the reason. Yeah, definitely doing 4K after this. 4K will be a cakewalk for this card. What's going on here? Oh, he's stealing the cow. Or stealing a cow, I'll shoot you in the head. Twice. Okay. Let's get my reward. This is the last major release of the year. I think so, yeah. Maybe. What a good time to be alive, I agree. Okay. $15, I'm a millionaire now. So I shot a guy two times on the head just to be able to go to Armadillo. 4060 right after this one. Let me get to Armadillo. Not that I have money to actually not use a horse. I'm lazy.
Where you headed?
Armadillo.
Armadillo. Why not take a nap in there?
And skip to
All right.
destination.
Wake me up when we get there.
Man, I'm getting a lot of messages today.
Got you there, sir.
Stalker? Oh yeah, Stalker. Yeah, Stalker 2. By the way, guys, on Stalker 2, I won't be home. I'll be on vacation on the US, but I'll be doing it on Steam Deck because that's the only thing I can take with me. But as soon as I get back on the 24th of November, I'll be streaming Stalker 2. So just a heads up, I'll be late to the party on that one.
Follow me.
Does it have achievements? Yes, sir. Not sure if there are Steam achievements. Yeah. There are achievements. Steam achievements and Rockstar Games achievements. If that makes any difference, I guess. Yeah, I want to go to Blackwater. Blackwater is the place where it drops the hardest on PlayStation 3.
Bolton's the top screw. Let's get after him. God damn it,
Let me
he's onto
first
it.
get to 4K. There's no reason to play at 1440p on this one, all things considered. Yeah, if you have a 7800X 3D, a cakewalk. Probably 140 locked, I'm guessing. So yeah, there is achievements, and there are a lot of achievements. So you have a lot of hours of gameplay over here. I'm guessing Blackwater will be more CPU limited, actually. Again, on PlayStation 3, it was a pain in the ass. It was a 20 FPS game on Blackwater. But we also need to try the zombie mode, which we're going to do in a moment. But before that, let's continue. So 4K max and DLAA. Completely sharp. I forgot to restart the capture card. 1 sec. Can you increase the number of NPCs though? No. But I'm guessing there will be a mod for that in no time. But I mean, as you can see here, we're with the recommended GPU. This is like a 2070, maybe, yeah, 2070 Super maybe. And as I predicted, that's for 4K 60.
Doesn't sound like he's a man to be reasoned with.
For this port, you do not pay a single peso, that's fine. Everybody can take their own decisions. But $50 is overkill. It's too much. Yeah, the zombies especially was much heavier, so I want to put it to the test. But as soon as I finish this mission, because I want to advance a little bit, to have a bit more freedom in the game. It's weird, again, as I said before, to play this mission on nighttime. I play this always on daytime. I usually don't do nighttime in video games. Not a big fan. And the way to play this as Arthur mod. That's a good idea, actually. Playing this on PC feels like cheating. Capture Walter near alive or shoot him in the leg. Sure. Leg. Oh, and I forgot. Where's my... Okay. Feels like playing with the mouse feels like cheating. You hit everything. Does it have DRM? Apparently Rockstar DRM. I don't see any indication of...
Excuse me, mister.
Of the Nuvo so far. But just by looking at the executable, usually when there's the Nuvo in a game, the executable is like 100 megabytes. Here that's not the case. So I don't think it does have the Nuvo so far. Is it here? No, of course not. Okay, mission is complete. Can I just camp? Save my progress. QX. I don't know what button it is. Let me check. Keyboard, key mappings. Radial menu, satchel. B. Medicine bait, horse pills. Basic camp. Basic campsite. Is there new content? No. Funny. Through the grass there. Save. Does the DRM affect performance? I mean, I don't know. No idea how if it does. But so far, so good. When it comes to performance, I mean. It's super smooth. Or just CPU limited when targeting over 100, but I'm guessing that's single thread limited. 8K scaling? Sure. Let me get to the 4060 though, for that. Let me try zombies before I do anything else, because Blackwater is right next to Marston's house. That will be perfect. Does it require the Rockstar launcher? Yes, it's when you launch the game, it opens the Rockstar launcher only the first time for you to log in. Hopefully you remember your credentials for the Rockstar launcher. And after that, you're basically thrown into the game. Then it's just a matter of waiting for the game to launch. The first mod that I usually install in games is to be able to skip logos, but other than that, yeah, it does require the Rockstar launcher. Undead Nightmare! I think I have more hours on Undead Nightmare than I have on the base game. Can you try this on Steam Deck? Yes, I have it right here with me. we're doing a live stream right after this one, checking out the Steam Deck in real time. But what I do love of this, I'm talking from a PlayStation 3 era brain. Bye,
Not
Uncle.
Too far this time.
Abigail, I'm sorry about this. Once I find a cure.
It's for your own good. What's that old fool?
Yeah, this is 4K. This is Undead Nightmare.
You act like a child.
I'm noticing that the rope physics are at 30 FPS though. You can actually skip the logos by editing an I file. Awesome. See, that's the first thing I would do. Okay, it's time to check Blackwater. Blackwater is the most demanding part of the game by a long shot. If you ever played this when it came out, or on a PlayStation 3, Blackwater, just by looking at Blackwater, you drop frames. But I mean, I'm noticing though that the gut rays are a bit low resolution.
Go.
He's lit on the floor. Oops! Here we go, Blackwater. But yeah, I mean, not seeing aliasing at stuff into the distance blows my mind.
Let's go.
This 4K and a regular 3060. Yep. Yeah, 20 or 30 FPS faster on the 3060 Ti. 24K, please. Yeah, 60 FPS physics will probably be a mod. I mean, I noticed that with the rope. There we go. But this is... it's fine. Okay. So I definitely overestimated
Looks like people
how
left
this
here
part
to
runs.
hurt.
But this is the part that drop frames on the CPU side the most for me, on the Switch, on the PS3, because there's a lot of grass plus geometry, and the city has those lamps that cast shadows. I think. Check. No, they do not cast shadows. My bad. But zombies will... they're about to show up. The city, I know, it's empty, whatever. Also looking at this fire, was 20 FPS on PlayStation 3, especially if I looked at it in the middle of the camera. So yeah, it's not... Blackwater is not a challenge.
Mr. Marston, sir! Marston!
Yeah, there are less NPCs on the city, but it's not like we have more than 20 enemies. More than 20 NPCs on the city at once. I mean, let's be honest here. There's not a lot of NPCs in this game. Even in Blackwater. Yeah, finally on PC. Oh, this part. Okay. Burn the bodies and clear the undead at the Blackwater Cemetery. This is... I had to reformulate. When you're using fire in this mode, it kills the frame rate. It was even worse than just doing Blackwater.
I hope heaven's better
The fire does look to be updated at 30 FPS though. Yeah, I mean, the mods book for this will be crazy. First CJ, then Arthur, then somebody will upscale those textures. I'm pretty sure. Let's see, when you're burning the coffins, that was a hard lock to 20. Well, so I'll do what I always do, is go to the coffins directly without engaging. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter. This could have easily be a huge performance hit, doesn't seem to be. The Shrek mod, the Kratos mods, the football player mods, Also, I want to see more zombies on screen now.
Now maybe you'll stay dead.
But again, it's completely fine. Let's attack them with the torch instead. That's not what I meant, John, but fine, that works.
I'll cut you open like a pig.
There we go, catching fire. Although, I'm not sure, do you guys remember if the torch casts shadows for John? I don't remember exactly. Somebody will probably add ray tracing. Yeah, I mean, if you're using one of these, there's a mod that adds ray tracing to everything. I forgot the name.
You want me to hold you up a little?
Yeah, fire doesn't seem to matter. Ronaldinho or Messi? Ronaldinho, what are you? A 2000s kid? I forgot about Ronaldinho. But... yeah, it feels like cheating to play with mouse and keyboard. DLSS to FSR frame gen didn't work for me. Okay, maybe somebody will figure it out. But this is where it dropped the most, at least when I tried it on other consoles. So yeah, this doesn't seem to be a challenge at all. Very quickly, I'll save. Whatever. Let's do super quickly 8K just as a meme. Let's see if the memes are right. So I usually do 8K for the memes, but I think in this case we're going to be fine. So to do 8K, I'm using a 4K screen. So I just tell the graphics card, hey dude, could you quadruplicate my resolution? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Looks like 3060 for 1080p is okay. It's more than enough for 1080p on this one. Okay. So now we have 8K available. It's basically 7680 by 4320. It's a ridiculous resolution. We're probably going to be using upscaling for this, but still. Native 8K, it's a stupidly ridiculous amount of pixels. Just look what it looks like on 100% scaling. This is your desktop at 8K. I can barely see the icons. Yeah, it's a PlayStation 3 game, definitely. But nobody was saying the opposite. Just bought it? Well, have fun. How big is the game? It's pretty large when it comes to content, especially if you go for the achievements. And you also have the Undead Nightmare expansion, which is what a DLC should be like. It's basically a zombie-themed campaign. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend that. But we don't have the multiplayer stuff, which was a lot of cool things. Okay, here we go. 7680 by 4320. Okay, this is as high as we can go right now. 8K, LMAO. Let me lower the shadows to high. Or medium. There we go. So 4K LMAO, DLAA, plus mid shadows. Holy frame rate. Yeah, I mean, guys, 8K is for 4K screens. Completely unnecessary, but hey, that shows you how far away we are from actual 8K rendering native. Okay, so now we are at 8K. I don't see any aliasing whatsoever. Which again is a stupidly high resolution. There's no reason to play at 8K. So personally, I'll put it, let's put it on low and see if that does anything. Okay, if we drop it to low, it's into the 50s. It's not bad at all, actually. Okay, now it's way smoother. Definitely a huge sacrifice on draw distance and shadows. But it looks like Red Dead. So let's do ideal settings. Will be ultra, high shadows, no motion blur. That will drop us into the upper 20s. That's okay. We go to DLSS and we put it on quality. On performance, actually. So what is performance DLSS? It's 4K. DLSS performance 4K. If you drew ultra performance at 8K, you get 1440p instead of 4K. But as you can see, it's ridiculously sharp. Yeah, lowest graphics are good. Let's try to get 60s at the highest possible resolution. So instead of 4K, let's do 5K. Again, a complete waste, but we're doing it. $5K, I think it is, or 6K. I don't know. 16K. Well, actually, we could do 16K. We just need to go for the. If we can increase the resolution scale, but I don't see a way to do it. No. You cannot super sample from here. Yeah. Never mind. Shadow blend, no. Shadow softness, meh. Shadow quality, medium. And then the draw distance is also another thing. We don't care about grass. Terrain. Trees. What am I missing? I think it's the shadow softness, actually. Don't tell me that an isotropic filtering makes a difference. No, it doesn't. Yeah, no, we're not getting 60s. No surprises there, though. But hey, you can do 8K if you want to. Although I recommend 4K for this one.
Come on.
It will be interesting to do 8K on the 4090. That's the main computer that I have. But this looks good. Yeah, probably bandwidth limited. Yeah, memory bandwidth is probably an issue. Sir, excuse me.
Right there, partner.
I cannot do 16K at the moment. I need a separate software to do that I didn't install. So now that we did 8K, I think it's time to swap to the 4060. But we're going to start with 1080p, which is nothing for this game. There's no unlock frame rates, but you can get to 144 as a max. Ultra without motion blur. And I forgot to apply the shadow, the resolution stuff. Low honor is the way to go every time, definitely. I mean, you can always do 2 playthroughs. Yeah, I'm at 8K. Now it's 1080p again. Which is CPU limited, funnily enough. Okay, oof, my desktop, holy hell, hold up. 720p, 240 possible, unfortunately not. Why isn't it using the entire screen? What the hell? I think I broke it already. Gotta be competitive, hell yeah. Now, the game is locked to 144. And in towns, we're CPU bound. If you are doing 100 FPS. Alright, to close up this live stream, we're doing the 4060. Just start playing. I've been playing. The thing is, my channel is not only about playing, it's about performance. But I understand your concerns, definitely. It's not for everyone. Wait, you can swap GPU while the PC is on? No, the PC is off. The only thing that stays on are the LEDs. But the PC that's streaming is a separate computer. That's why. That's why I can keep streaming while the GPU on my PC is alive. Okay, almost there. Yeah, so far it seemed at least the people that made the port actually know what they're doing and they care. People that made this port definitely care, so I'm happy to see that. A proper PC port, it seems. What would you rate the PC port out of 10? I mean, when it comes to performance, I would say it's a 9. It's not a 10 because there's CPU limitations in the city, but I would say a 9. It has a great amount of options. Unfortunately, it does require the Rockstar launcher, which opens automatically. That's not an issue for me personally, but there's more stuff in between. So I wish the game just launched right away. That's the minor gripe that I have. But it has a great amount of options and performance is good so far, which is to be expected, obviously. And it has a way better draw distance than the console versions. Yeah, frame gen. We're going to see frame gen as well on this one. I was doing something. Oh yeah. I was making the live stream for right after this one. But as you can see, it's the X12. You might say, man, for a 2010 game, that's weird. Yeah, but that means that somebody actually made the effort to properly port this over. Because we can have frame gen, we can have DLSS. So imagine how the CPU usage would have been if it was the X11. It would have been a challenge for the game. By the way, I'm making a live stream right now We play it on Steam Deck. Yeah, 144. We're not in a town though, so let's do it correctly. Let's grab the kit, basic campsite, and there's no unlock frame rate. I mean, as far as it goes, is 144. I'm guessing that's a game limitation from the past. Although I was expecting it to be locked to 60, so that's a good thing. That's why it's also a 9 instead of a 10 for me when it comes to PC stuff. Let's go back to Armadillo. But so far, I'm pretty impressed. I was expecting way more laziness when it comes to the PC port. But as you can see now, this in towns is where it's CPU bound. Somebody's shooting someone.
Excuse me, mister.
Somebody is committing murder. Yeah, the audio positioning, I'm not sure if it's my computer. It sounded like they were the left. Oh, maybe it's in there. Oh, there they are. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting into it. Let's do that. What preset are you testing now? Ultra. Ultra 1080p, highest settings. As you can see, completely CPU bound. When it comes to draw distance, especially of the shadows, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, there's some shadow pop in there, but the shadows that actually you see for the longest period, they start losing the edges at a very long distance. I mean, look at this, I can still see the shadows from here. Okay, now it's drawing it out. I mean, I'm almost 3/4 of the way out of the town, and I can still see the shadows. I can see the pop in now. But on the consoles, I mean, it didn't render this such a far distance. Let's go to the edge of the town. Yep, still there. There's very low frame rate. There's some popping on the horses there. But again, I'm at the corner of the town right now, looking at one building. So yeah, definitely feels more polished when it comes to graphics.
I used to box in school, you know.
Is there also no super sampling? Unfortunately no, but you can force a higher resolution if you want to, using the NVIDIA and AMD technologies from the drivers. You could do, if you want, 4K on a 1080p screen using DSR. But I wish there was a slider for super sampling, especially in an older game. They should expect people to actually use a higher resolution. Ultra, everything, DLAA, and all the sliders maxed out. But now we're at 1440p. And even at 1440p, we are CPU bound. But again, it's CPU bound if you're trying to get 144. So if you have a 70X... What? Oh, I was like, who's this guy?
Hello? Hello?
So they made it run well and put in work. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine actually caring. Although some stuff like getting on the horse, sometimes it speeds up. I'm not sure if that's due to the high frame rate.
How long you been working for the government, Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Well, I got a telegram.
Yeah, I mean,
from
drop
federal
the
class in Blackwater that
price,
says
we're
otherwise.
talking. Definitely.
You know,
So,
what
just
like
noticed the
the
game
government
and Steam and
for?
joined.
I guess
Well,
it's complicated.
welcome.
I came because
Happy
it
to have you
made
here.
possible
How's it
for me
going?
not to.
You sure are.
Does it have frame gen? Yes, it does.
I guess
Although
I
the game
am.
is locked to
Ain't gonna dig
144,
this hole
so
no deeper.
at 4K we're actually going to be using frame gen.
Don't forget you need us more than we need you.
But
Bill
4K
Beasley
will be
spoke you up
a
like this
baseline of
first
80
last
FPS
time,
probably.
If I remember correctly.
Simmer down, Jonah.
Listen to your boss.
Yeah,
Jonah.
Red Dead 2 is
There's
even
a good
cheaper
boy.
right now.
Otherwise, I'll put a hole
Hey,
in your hillbilly head and watch your
Nungaza.
tiny brain
How's it
drain
going?
out.
Same as all GTAs maybe? Too many FPS, more issues? Probably. Yeah, it could be. The thing is, this is not the same engine as the older GTAs. This is like an in-between before GTA 4 and Max Payne 3. So it's a Rage engine, the Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. Rage one. And yeah, it probably has issues past 100 FPS. I'm guessing. I don't know for sure. Yeah, just play at 8K, guys. What are you doing with your life? How is that nighttime? It's 1 AM in the game right now. I don't know if the original... What could be nighttime here. I always play these missions on daytime.
Let's move up the canyon towards the fort.
Wait a minute, is this the official release? Yeah, this is official release, guys. The game just came out on PC, an actual port of Red Dead Redemption 1. It's not emulated. This is native. Yeah, probably cap at 60. Specs in the description. Would I be able to run this at 1060 to 1080p? Yeah, without a doubt. You can even do that on a 1050 Ti. Using a mouse feels like cheating. So 1440p, as you can see, just go for 4K. Is Windows 11 better than 10? I wouldn't say it's better. Seems to be heavier and uses more RAM, but it's the latest stuff. So yeah, unfortunately, they force our hand. High performance, yes, it's high performance. It's an old game though, so that's what I expected, really. I wasn't expecting a port where the developers actually cared, though. That's a surprise. So 4K, highest settings, without FrameGen at the moment, but we're going to use it. I don't know if FrameGen works with DLAA, but we'll see. Let's follow the Marshal. Although here we're not in a town, so it's probably going to drop to the 60s.
Me and you again, Marston.
Can I say your intro? Sure. Hello everyone, I'm Santiago, and today I'm gonna be testing finally Red Dead Redemption 1 on the RTX 3060, 4060, 1050 Ti, 3050, 1650, and after this live stream on the Steam Deck, and after that live stream on the 4090 at 8K. No, no tiene FSR 3 FrameGen. Guys, FrameGen unfortunately on this game is exclusive to DLSS, which I find completely stupid. And also, I think daytime is wrong, actually, because it says it's 2 PM. Well, I'm not sure if it's 2 AM over here, but this mission, I never did it on nighttime, and when I go with Deadeye, it's daytime. So I'm confused.
I'm giving you one last chance to put
You guys
your
don't get
hands
the
in
important
air.
bits of RAM
You
over the
better
quantity?
surrender.
What?
You hear? Nice shot.
I'm sorry, I'm not following the conversation. My bad. So, as I was saying, I don't remember this part being on nighttime. Maybe I'm wrong. But maybe the resolution, the frame rate, the high frame rate, change that. Also, this light
Together.
is floating there. Doesn't seem to be loaded properly. So there are some bugs, definitely. No, this version does not have online, unfortunately.
Let's push it. Watch out.
If it had online, I'll pay 50, definitely, yeah. But it doesn't. Which I think is a shame, because the online is amazing. I've been playing it on Xbox, the online, and it has a lot of co-op features. So the online being missing, it's a sin.
Jesus wept. Put down your gun and surrender.
Put down your guns, but I'll shoot you in the face anyway. Oh, I'm so dead. Heal bird. Oh, I was about to heal.
How am I gonna explain this to Black?
Yeah, and that nightmare is included. So don't worry. Let's cancel the mission. And let's try to get daytime instead. Nighttime is nice and all, but I'm more of a daytime connoisseur over here. Can you tell us strongest GPU you have on The Witcher 2? I want to try oversampling on a 4090 actually, but now that I have work again on the company I was doing some testing, I have some development work. I'm actually super busy. I mean, after this, I'm going to be doing some UI stuff. So I have more YouTube to do, but at the same time, I have more real work, non-YouTube stuff happening as well. That's pretty funny. 1600p, no, 2560 by 1600, 1600p. Arriba de 60 todo el tiempo, ni te preocupes, 100 FPS te va a ir. So for the people asking for 1600p, it'll be a bit over 100 FPS.
Hello?
Okay, this on daytime is way better, without a doubt. So I wouldn't even say you need frame gen. But let's enable it. So without frame gen, 88, looking at this part. So technically we should be getting 144 no matter what now. Here we go, 86 FPS, frame gen, 88. Okay, probably when the game starts. Plus frame gen. So instead of 88, we should be above 100 easily now.
Marston?
I don't work for the government.
Well, I got
Okay, it doesn't seem to be working for me. Frame gen doesn't seem to work. Congrats NVIDIA. Requires 40 series card, reflex low latency to be enabled. Is it enabled? Yes it is. On plus boost. So congrats NVIDIA, it doesn't work. 86. It's funny, it's almost always broken. Yep, it's not working. LMAO. Maybe we need to have upscaling actually enabled for this to work. Some games, if you have DLAA, they don't allow frame gen. So let's put it on quality DLSS. So without frame gen, quality DLSS, we get 117. Let's see if now we can use frame gen. But I don't think it's necessary, honestly. Nope, we actually lost frames. So let's just say, I mean, I can see artifacts, those frame gen artifacts, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Let's go.
So ignore frame gen, doesn't work properly. It's doing something, but it's not doing it as it should. So if you're playing this game, just play at native 4K. It's worse. I mean, when I enabled quality DLSS, I got like 120 because of course it's 1440p internally. But I enabled frame gen and I dropped back to 80 and I had frame gen artifacts. So ignore it. Absolutely broken right now. I love that NVIDIA advertises frame gen all the time, but 90% of the time it doesn't work when a game releases. Roll the game with frame gen on, maybe, but I mean I was already seeing the artifacts, so I'm not sure if that's going to make a difference. We might try it at 8K, but still. The frame gen basically increases your frame rate by duplicating creating a fake frame in between each frame. So that increases the latency. So you're getting a smoother looking image, but responsiveness is worse. So you're actually, in my opinion, unless your base frame rate is very high, maybe 60 or 70, frame gen just doesn't feel good. Do you trust Dragon Age? Yes. I already requested a review code. Not sure if I already got it. But yeah. I requested a code for Dragon Age. He's verified already on... He fell! You ever play with frame gen? Never. Never, because I now have a 4090, so I don't even need frame gen.
Let's split up.
But I never use it because I feel the extra latency. Maybe an exception to the rule will be if the game is not 100 FPS and is locked to 60. Maybe I can use an external solution for frame gen, but I don't like how it looks. And again, if you have a high-end GPU, just ignore frame gen. Need patch for frame gen. Yeah, definitely. Although, again, it's the minority of people that are going to use frame gen. This is such an old game. I'm surprised I didn't even put frame gen as an option in the first place. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's PC, we love options. But in this case, it seems a bit unnecessary, especially since this is not FSR3 frame gen. It's only the DLSS frame gen that is exclusive to of the 4000 RTX cards. And the 4000 RTX cards, this is one of the slowest ones. And it's already getting 4K over 60 on the highest settings. Put your hands in the air! Yeah, we're doing the Steam Deck in a few minutes actually. You'll be redirected automatically to that live stream. I feel like I'm playing Max Payne 3 now. It's so easy to land shots on the enemies. Oh, imagine playing this online on PC. Well, here now we have the lamp that was missing at nighttime. And do you finish games you play? Yeah, it's pretty rare, but I do. I'm trying to finish Wukong. I'm on Act 2 or 3, I don't remember exactly. But yeah, I do finish games. I'm also playing Black Ops 6. I'm a huge fan of Call of Duty campaigns, so that's a good one so far. But I'm also enjoying the zombies experience on Black Ops 6. So yeah, I do finish games, but I have to like them a lot and have available time. But finishing games for me is pretty rare right nowadays, due to work and all that. Usually my playing games is doing something like this live stream. That's apparently. And my dog wants to go out. One sec. I think he saw a cat. One sec. Max. This is the dog in question. Hi there. Say hi. Okay, he's out. Saw a cat, I think. Apologies. When do you guys think Red Dead 1 is going to get cracked? Probably today, I'm guessing. If this doesn't have the Nouveau, maybe it has Arkson and the Rockstar DRM thing.
This looks as good a spot as
Yeah,
any.
I'm doing a Steam Deck video, not a video, a live stream, right after this. Oh, that's surprising. I mean, I have the Steam Deck right next to me, and we're going to... I forgot you can crouch. They do not see me. I'm John Cena.
You might as well give it up now. You got
Let me
money
finish
for
this
a
mission
funeral.
first, so I can show you more city stuff.
Got one.
Boy.
Nice cat? It's a dog, but sure. Let's call him a cat as well. It can be anything. Also, that cow is stuck in the terrain.
Not bad, Marston.
Looks like the bollards won't be rustling again anytime soon. Quick, let's get those hostages.
Okay, the cow got unstuck. Okay, that works. It still does work. Awesome. I didn't think that would work. TNT, if I knew. Yeah, I have the OLED, but we can target 60s and 90s. That's not an issue. I can show you both. The Steam Deck LCD is barely behind. Okay. Excellent. Just before I do the Steam Deck, let's go to the main menu and open Undead Nightmare, just to see how it fares against this Valley thing that we're doing. You should restart. I'm on it. W cow. Yeah. So give me 1 sec. We do Undead Nightmare, and I finish setting up the live stream for the Steam Deck. That is coming right after. This will be at in around 15 minutes maybe. Let's put it a little bit ahead just in case. October 29th. Public. Now, there's no crack, but I'm guessing it's going to be today. If it's not the Nouveau, it's probably... Although Red Dead 2 took a while to crack. Again, it's just a guess. If they're charging, though, $50 for it, maybe it takes a while. Almost there. Apologies for the delay. Right after this live stream, we're doing Steam Deck. Although there are some animation issues that I'm not sure if they are due to the higher frame rate. There's some weird animation stuff that they're like gliding in the air. Oh, my horse didn't find me. Where's my horse? What the hell? You don't own a horse. Hopefully Steam Winter Sales brings the price down. I mean, it's pretty close to bring the price down. But if you never played Red Dead 2, as an example, that's going to be pretty cheap. That's one thing that I can tell you for sure. Red Dead 2 will be discounted. What's up with the map? What do you mean? What you talking about? Can I cuff the FPS in games? Yes, you can. Oops, I forgot I don't have unlimited stamina. Sorry, boy.
Come on.
Yeah, I can't wait for mods either. Abyss filter. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe I got used to it. Ah, come on. What the hell was that?
Stay dead, please.
Stay dead, please. Hey, Emerson. Map in the OG version was much more dull. Ah, the color. Well, the color is because we're on the Undead Nightmare DLC. That's why it looks like that. We're playing the zombie DLC.
I need help over here!
What a throwback though.
Believe this. I need help here.
I can't hold out much longer without more
They
bullets!
need rifle ammo.
Well,
Gotcha.
find
I will, sir.
someone.
What the hell? Just ragdolls out. Yeah, the animations are a bit weird. I'm guessing that's the high frame rate. So the first thing modders should fix is the weird animations with a high frame rate. But what
That'll do.
is the resolution I'm running the game? 4K. You can see it at the bottom left corner of this video.
Crazy freak.
Okay, for some reason it's on fire now. Not an issue. So this should be the most demanding town. Quote unquote. But you can either help the survivors and just shoot everything on sight until it ends. I think I'm going to do that. It'll be fast. Just shoot them in the head.
How many of you mutants are there? Good night, pal.
Kill the remaining undead to save time. Sure. Shotgun to the face. I'll fix it. Yeah, the Undead Nightmare when I was a kid also scared the crap out of me, I agree. Save the progress though. Yeah, what a game. Though you can see its limitations when it comes to stuff on screen. Do you think GT 1030 will handle it? Yeah, without a doubt. It'll probably be fine. Just don't go above 1080p and you should be good. Let me save my progress super quick. I don't have the 750 Ti with me at the moment. I gave it to a family member for now. Because their iGPU on their old PC died. I had to just borrow it to them. What is your headphone? It's on the description. Red Dead 1 gunfight OST hits harder. Yeah. Alright guys. So that's it for now. My thoughts, first of all, there's definitely something off with when it comes to the high frame rate, because sometimes the animations look floaty. Not sure if that's because of the age of the game. Maybe that's the reason. But yeah, that's something they should take a look at. I think sometimes also it was nighttime when it shouldn't have been. Then when it comes to settings, it has more options than I anticipated. Ultra Shadows looks nice, but high looks still good and there's a big performance difference. You can also do contact hardening shadows, which makes the ends of the shadows look softer, like a real shadow. Pretty good. How the cascades blend, pretty on smooth in my opinion. There's also DLSS, FSR3, and there is a DLSS frame gem, but it doesn't work properly. I don't know what's up with that. Then you can also lock the frame rate within the menu. It goes up to 144, so you can lock it at 30, 90, 60, 120, and 144. Seeing some of the animation problems, Maybe that's why it's locked at 144. Then you also have draw distance for trees, shadows, no, trees, terrain, and all that, and the grass. So that's good to have, I would say. When it comes to everything else, it has full mouse control on the menus. And doesn't seem to have mouse acceleration. So yeah, this is a port where the developers actually cared, it seems. It doesn't include, unfortunately, multiplayer. That might sound stupid to some of you guys. Why would you want to play an old game online? Well, because the online actually had some co-op stuff that was super fun. So that's something we're missing, and it's also very expensive. It's $50 at the moment. Don't get me wrong, you get a lot of hours of gameplay. The UI also is a very high resolution, but it's $50. So I wouldn't buy it at 50 right now. It's great, but $50 is way too much. If it included the online, maybe I would have thought about it to buy it at 50. I bought it because I do live streams and videos. But this is too expensive. I will play this at 30. $30 I think would be a perfect price for this. So yeah. Anyway. And also I haven't used any upscaling so far. So 4K native on a 3060, 4060, you can do it. It's easy. So now we're going to be playing this on Steam Deck. I'm going to do a separate live stream for this. So you don't have to do anything. You can stay here and YouTube will automatically redirect you. So thank you guys so much for watching. After 14 years, it finally landed natively on PC. I'm super happy to see that the developers actually cared. And I'll see you in a few moments on the Steam Deck. I'm doing the 4090 right after the Steam Deck at 8K, but that will be a separate video, not a live stream, because my live streaming PC has the 4090, so that's an issue, to say it in some way. 8K 4060, it works, don't worry. It's like the 3060 in that regard. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys, see you in a few. Thanks for watching.